Okay, so we are starting with our third segment. It's called Is Someone Out There Listening to Us? Here it goes.
Next segment. Is someone out there listening to us?
This is spooky. I was not expecting this, but yeah,
Yeah.
is someone out there listening to us?
Yes. Like I think
Yeah,
these are the vibes we should associate the existential questions with, no? Like
yeah.
a bit random, a bit fun.
Hmm.
Yes, so basically in this segment, we will be answering the questions of the viewers slash the listeners of this podcast.
Ah,
Yes, so
yes.
I put across a question on my story, which was what are the questions and don't let you sleep. And people
Hmm.
have short like a couple of questions, so we'll be answering a couple of
Yeah,
them. Let's start with
yeah,
this because we also talked about this. Muskan Joshi asks, "What happens after you die?"
yeah.
What? Yeah, what happens after we die?
Are you
Akshat?
gonna answer this? Are you gonna answer this?
I am asking you, what happens after we die?
So the thing is, I don't know and I don't care because Akshat is gonna go. Like when I die, right? So this story which I'm like creating with this
Yeah,
character Akshat,
yeah.
that is gonna go. And whatever is gonna transcend, right? So that is
Mm.
not gonna be my identity, right? It
Mm.
is the energy, might transcend, might not transcend. But this person, right, which I've been like building and like living with and experiencing through things, the people who know me through that name, that is gonna go, and
Yeah,
that would be the end of story.
yeah.
So I, I would really like to have like a fulfilling life and then like
Mm-hmm.
just vanish, because Akshat, next time, if like even if there's like reincarnation, blah blah blah, whatever the fuck is there, right? Like if it is there, it does not matter because Akshat will not get to go there. The energy
Mm-hmm.
might get to go there. The soul might get to go there. And the next time whoever is come, the soul will have that. But this character which I'm with, Akshat, that is for here. And when he dies, he goes. And I go to sleep. And I don't actually know and I don't actually care because I love the amount of time I have here and I would like to just have fun with it. If I
Yeah.
die, then end of the story.
Yeah. I mean, things that are uncertain are like sometimes, like, this is my theory. Like, your brain
Hmm.
knows everything that there is about the universe. And if you're not able to,
Correct.
like tap on it, you're just not maybe meant to
Yeah.
tap on it. If it happens, it
Correct.
happens. Just keep the enthusiasm of this,
Yeah.
learner's enthusiasm always going on. And speaking of death, as we spoke earlier also in this podcast,
Yeah.
I wrote a poem actually on dying and loving.
Hmm.
Would you like to hear it
Uh-huh.
from me?
Yes, I would.
Okay, so it's called On Dying and
Hmm.
Loving. I am
Hmm.
scared of death, not in a way where oblivion scares me, and not in a way that I cannot accept its inevitable nature, but in a way where I fear leaving behind the ones I love, leaving them
Hmm.
without loving a little more, a little better, a little louder, more fiercely. I
Ah.
fear if they'd remember to remind themselves of the bright light that their souls are made of. I fear
Hmm.
death in a way where I am scared of leaving and being left behind. It is
Hmm.
inevitable that we have to leave, but if you leave me, I would rip my heart out and I'm afraid I won't never want to place it back. I am scared of being left behind with grief, of the love I would continue to hold in my heart, of the love that wouldn't touch your skin. I am scared of missing you. I'm scared of the goodbye that isn't followed by a see you. I am scared
Hmm.
of the meaningless world without you in it. Then there's a question. Aren't you scared of losing someone you love? You tell me that love is courage and that oblivion is inevitable and that love only makes a heart stronger. Then wouldn't you be sad when I am gone? Then the answer to this
Hmm.
question is of course I would be sad, but you know what? I'd live for you. You'd always be alive
Hmm.
through me. You have filled my
Yeah.
heart with so much love that love only has strengthened my soul, and I'll spend a life that I have loving more and living for the two of
Hmm.
us. So like I got a request for this poem. Someone said they want me to write a poem on living for the two of us. There's a song also
Yeah,
on this. Some people think of this, like I used to resonate with this, that if someone who is very close to me dies, it will be very difficult to place your heart back, because it rips apart when someone is gone, right? So
yeah,
I eventually made peace with this concept of death, because someone told me that you can actually live whatever they left of them in you
yeah,
and your own
absolutely.
self. So it's like you're living like
Mm.
even a larger life with,
Mm.
because you are now carrying them in you. So I think
Yeah,
like it's a very beautiful take on death also. Like
yeah.
pretty cool.
एक बहुत एक बहुत ही महान फिलोसोफर हुए थे एक टाइम पे.
Uh-huh.
उनका नाम था मैकल मोर,
Uh-huh.
जिन्होंने थ्रिफ्ट शॉप भी लिखा है.
Okay.
He's a rapper. So he said this one thing once in his song. It was like, you die twice. The
Hmm.
first time you die when your soul leaves your body, and
Uh-huh.
the next time you die is the last time when somebody mentions your name. So that's when you
Oh,
really, really die. And that was like, bingo. It's like you
okay.
die twice. It's like it's in the ring. I don't know
Hmm.
like the exact lyrics, but it's like, this was the crux of that. You die twice.
Yeah.
And like पहली बार जब तुम मरते हो, एंड दूसरी बार जब लास्ट टाइम इस दुनिया में तुम्हारा नाम दोबारा से बोला जाता है, लास्ट टाइम बोला जाता है, दैट्स व्हेन यू
Wow.
रियली डाई.
Yeah, very beautiful,
या.
man. Have you seen before sunset?
नो.
Before, you
व्हाट इज
should
इट?
see Before trilogy. It's like a movie by I forgot his Richard Linklater, and there's
हाँ.
Julie Delpy and Ethan Hawke performing it. It's a beautiful, beautiful movie. It's like a conversation between two people who just met on the train, and they have this
या.
conversation where like Julie Delpy saw a girl when she was 13-year old, and she went to a graveyard and saw her body there, like the grave there, and just thought that, man, she was like when she saw it she was 13, and that girl would be of a certain age, and now she's 23 and that girl is still a certain age. And I mean,
या.
it's pretty cool. The
Ah.
concept is pretty cool. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, cool,
Another
man.
one.
Another one, speaking of that, someone asked a question: reincarnation. That is their question: reincarnation.
Yeah.
What are your
Dude,
thoughts on reincarnation?
see, like, could be controversial and could be like a little bit naive as well.
Hmm.
But this is from observation, right? So like when you ever like, if you see a baby also, right, we say
Yeah.
like people are like blank slate, baby is a blank slate, whatever you want to write, they're just going to absorb it. But
Mm-hmm.
if you have seen two twins as well, right, exact
Yep.
same environment and everybody have this tantrums thoda sa, right, like their own temperament and everything. So if they were like starting from zero, how do they have these innate nature? So
Yeah.
that's why when I feel that energy that like transcends, right? So energy is neither created nor destroyed, and you have to cancel it out or balance
Beautiful.
it out. So
Mm-hmm.
as soon as you come into this existence, no, you have started a chain reaction. Now you have to somehow untangle that to stop, because you cannot just vanish from life. You have
Yeah.
to balance out everything and then you can dissolve in it.
Hmm.
You cannot just like break free. You have to dissolve yourself. So unless you have
Yeah.
dissolved yourself, the energy keeps on continuing, right?
Yep.
So with the desires that you have, so next time when you see, so like hota hai na, ki like you will be born in like sort of ways, I don't know how, but because I could have done like 50 fucking things in my life, infinite things, right? But I
Yeah.
have this like innate pull towards a couple of things, couple of
Hmm.
people I meet like thousands of people still till the time I'm here, but I had this pull towards other people. And sometimes it was not, I did not have any logic towards them. So
Yeah.
this, I feel ki it's not ki we get to reincarnate so that like, we can cancel out the whole energy thingy that has started from its inception.
Mm-hmm.
But how it works, what happens if I like, अगर मैंने तेरी नाक इस बार खींची है तो अगले जन्म में तू मेरी नाक खींचेगी. I have no clue about that. But I
Yeah.
still feel the energy is there because when you look at babies, right? I love observing babies. I love observing everybody. And जब तुम उन्हें देखते हो ना तो you can sense कि dude, this guy already have a direction. It's not like you are not supposed to, like when you look at a baby, people like कि इसको बनाना है हमको. नहीं, उसको पता है उसको क्या बनना है. All you have to do is give him company
Yeah.
for like first 15-20 years of their life, so
Yeah.
that they can learn how to navigate through life, and then they can fulfill their potential, and then maybe escape or like dissolve themselves later on if they want to. Otherwise they'll come again, and like whenever they feel like dissolving themselves they can do it. I want to dissolve myself in this lifetime, so I spent a lot of time working on that, and I find it very fulfilling as well. So I feel कि हाँ होता है ना कि like I don't know about this reincarnation वाला part, but I feel कि बच्चा जब अगर आ रहा है और उसके पास एक टेम्परामेंट है, so वो एनर्जी
Yeah.
आउट ऑफ द ब्लू तो नहीं आई. इट
Yep.
हैज टू बी लाइक समथिंग इज कैरिंग इट फॉरवर्ड.
Yeah.
So that is my take on reincarnation. अभी बनाया ये. This is not, I never had a take on it. It is you
Yeah.
asked me a question, so I thought about it.
I mean, you were talking about your age and days, no? I often think about
Yeah,
our age as like souls. Like, I personally
yeah,
feel like I think I don't necessarily would say that I have very strong opinions on reincarnation, but I think I do believe that
yeah.
we are souls in like human bodies, and this is our like
Hmm.
clothes that we wear,
Correct.
and
Yeah.
like we all
This is the
have
vessel. This is
yes,
just a
this is the
vessel.
vessel. Yes,
Yeah,
yes, it's just carrying the soul forward
yeah.
from it like it's
Correct.
just growing eventually, and I
Hmm.
feel like I'm very old.
Correct.
This is just a feeling that I feel that my
Correct.
soul's age is pretty old. I'm an old soul because man,
Yeah,
I see some people and it's like you can see nice people and they'll be nice in like a very broad spectrum, like they'll be nice and they'll have this
yeah,
depth and be simple. Like you can have depth and be
yeah,
simple at the same time, and that is when you see that okay man,
yeah.
this is a soul who is an properly old soul. Like
Correct, correct,
they know
correct.
their shit, they've been through shit, maybe not in the
Yeah.
9,000 number of
Because
days. Yep. Yeah.
yeah, but like in a longer, way
Yep.
longer periods of like
Yeah.
thousands of years.
Yeah.
That has been like, that is really true. Because if you also notice na ki like you have a lot of friends like who are still like this, there are levels to consciousness if you see. So a
Mhm.
lot of people are still like the sexual chemistry that they want is the primary objective in their life.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
people lift up from there and then they go this. So
Yeah.
old souls that you call, they start thinking about existence and meaning and purpose, and like leaving something tangible through the word. And they are like, so this, the choice that you make is
Hmm.
directly proportional to, because I'm still 22, right? Like if I like I'm not 22, but like yeah, so
Got
I'm
it.
still like in my
Yeah.
so I'm still 26, right? And like the thing is कि जब मैं उधर से देखता हूँ, so there are a lot of things that 26-year-olds are doing which I'm not interested in. It's
Hmm.
not like I did them couple of time and then I was like okay, like I'm above them now, like or
Hmm.
they don't excite me utna,
Hmm.
which might excite a lot of people. So when you start filtering things out, and whatever remains, and if it's like on a higher plane of consciousness and existence, then
Hmm.
it means that like you might have had these experience in your past life, so you don't
Yeah.
have to like live through them again anymore. You already have those learnings before कि bro, इसके पीछे भागेगा तो क्या होगा, उसके पीछे भागेगा तो क्या होगा, sort of.
Yeah. Like
So
in
you are
child.
not
Yeah.
attracted to them abhi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same. Like in child psychology, there's like a constant debate going around about nature and nurture, whether a child is, they have innate nature, and is it shaped by the nature, the surroundings that they are subjected to, or is it the nurture, as you said, like if they are blank
yeah,
slates. But I think there is something
yeah.
beyond nature and nurture, which is like purely
Correct.
philosophical, which is like what
Yeah.
is the energy of their soul. And yeah, I do believe
Hmm.
in that. And I
This
mean,
aura wala part is also very important. I
yep,
judge
yep.
people by their aura. I can sense that
Yeah, same.
always. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Have you seen that? Yes, you have. I think that video of which is called The Egg. I think you also shared with me
Yeah.
the script of it, no?
This.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. So
I
that is a
really
short
believe in
story.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Would you like to talk about that? Like explain it to our audience.
So the egg is like this one story. I found it back in 2016, 17, right? And like I was reading through something. And that is the one story I have shared with like होता है ना 50 to 70 people on my WhatsApp. If I type the egg, you
Yeah.
can see like any random person I've had a conversation with. I just wanted them to like,
Know
put
this.
this idea in their head.
Yeah.
Just like, कि I don't believe कि like तुम मानो ना मानो जानते हो. But I just wanted them to have this seed so that someday in their life, if they experience something, they have something to like, reconnect it to.
Yeah.
So egg is all about, like somebody dies, they
Hmm.
go and they talk to God. And then
Hmm.
God tells them in a way, in a very, very nice and like in a conversational way, that death is just there. You have not left. You were not your body, and like the universe that you exist in, it's beyond space and time. And
Yeah.
all the creatures that you have experienced so far now, you are them. Like, and the
Yeah.
one thing that I really love this was like, you are the Hitler, you are the Nazis, and you are the
Yeah.
Jews. That is like
Yeah.
one fucking hard hitting line that was there.
Yeah. Literal chills,
And like
man.
everything, yeah,
Yeah.
I still got the chills abhi sunte
Yeah.
hue.
Same
So,
here.
so that was there, dude. And like that is like such a beautiful story. And then it combines into it like this whole universe is just an egg. As soon as you evolve, you're gonna transcend that. And transcendence is like a beautiful word, which I feel because you never change.
Yeah.
Transcendence is like you just became something else entirely. It's
Yeah.
not key you did some efforts blah 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 and then like that how you build your body or like how you do something. Transcendence is something beyond, like you just escape everything, and the
Into
universe
something
is
else.
just like helping our souls
Yeah.
to transcend towards something bigger. And that was such a beautiful story, dude. Like
Very
it
beautiful.
hits my heart like abhi. And then another story, if you can see my account, it's pinned there. It's about Storyland wala parts. Like the whole world is a story. Everything
Yeah.
like this universe is made up of stories. And
Yep.
if you have to say something, it's always stories. And that's why I love the word metaphors as well, because nothing
Yeah.
really real. You're not chubby.
Yeah.
Chubby is just a metaphor that I use for you,
Yeah.
right? And like you're not wearing glasses. Glasses
Yeah.
is the metaphor for the object that we use here.
Yep.
So
I mean,
metaphors,
there
stories,
there is no
culmination of it.
objective truth if you look at it. Like there
Correct.
is nothing objective.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Uh, so that's
True.
why I like stay
Yeah.
clear from identities because क्या
Yep.
करेगा बना के bro?
Yep.
Fuck it. I be
Transcend हो
me.
जाना है.
Yeah. Someday, inshallah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Inevitable, that is.
Yeah. Another, do we have more questions?
Yes. We do have a lot of questions, but I think I'll do one
But
more.
which one I'm gonna pick?
Yes.
Yes.
This one question has 4 5 parts. So let's just
Okay.
wrap this question. It's by underscore underscore plural underscore underscore. They ask questions in regards to financial stability and whether they'll find love,
Mm-hmm.
or will they be alive
Mm-hmm.
till they find their partner, and will
Mm-hmm.
they stay mentally stable.
Uh, dude,
I can
wow.
clearly sense that this person is going through something, because they're like financial
Yeah.
stability मांगता है, प्यार मांगता है,
हाँ. हाँ.
क्या मैं जिंदा
और
रहूंगा जब तक मेरे
जिंदा
को
रहेगा
पार्टनर
तब
मिलेगा.
तक प्यार नहीं मिलता है. हाँ.
Yeah, and mental stability as well.
So
So, yep.
mental
What
stability.
are your thoughts on
Bro,
a
fine.
person going through this?
So for financial stability, the only thing that you have to do, in my opinion, is just work, dude. Whatever the like, if you just work now, no matter whatever the fuck you are doing,
Hmm.
is just don't see at it as कि होता है ना कि like this is where like तुम्हें future बनाना है. It's just like you have to build a habit first. So if you're
Hmm.
working, then that is there, and then start figuring out what can you do, which is rare. That is something which I think is has been the key, that never do something which can be done by any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Like it is
Hmm.
good, like if you can do it initially, like when you're building yourself, but always you should switch to something that is like, unique, you do uniquely well. Naval also say this, that
Yeah.
like you should always find a specific have specific knowledge about something where like you can surpass somebody. Like for me, being world class is like very important.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the level, like I am never satisfied by mediocrity, so like that is there. So if you start chasing that now, so someday you'll find. But nevertheless, always keep working, always like because it just gives you so much insights about people. It gives you food, it gives you place to stay, and
Yep.
like you will keep एक होता है ना कि you'll be on like a process. So like something good can come in because you're putting yourself out there.
Yep.
So whatever sort of things you do, you should start working. कुछ भी करो पता है initially, like if you're very
Agree.
young and like you should not look at कि this is this really I want to do. You might not figure that out for next 10 years, bro. So don't fret on that.
Yeah,
What
man.
is really that you want to do? Just fucking do it and starts negating things. This is not who I am. Instead of focusing on who I am, just like starts trying things and saying no that later on, this is not for me. That is there. With love, love is like a very beautiful thing for me, to be honest. Yeah. But the thing with love is, what I feel is कि the thing is कि हम लोग पता है हमेशा पता है क्या करते रहते हैं, अपना अधूरे हैं एंड लाइक हम दूसरे के थ्रू सोलेस ढूंढने का कोशिश करके एक बहुत ही एक अनफेयर एक्सपेक्टेशन लगा देते हैं दूसरे इंसान के
Yep.
ऊपर एंड देन वी ऑलरेडी हैव एन इमेज. आई फील कि यू शुड बी कंप्लीट विद इन योर सेल्फ एंड लाइक
Agree.
whoever is meant to find you will find you. And I've been in love, bro. Like I've not been in a relationship for like past 4 years now
Mm-hmm.
properly. But yeah, I've been in love for like 7 8 years now, dude. And like it's
That's nice.
very, it's not possessive, like you every time when you think about love, you're trying to possess somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing, and how can you choose for somebody else?
Yep.
Because you are extremely lucky. It's not that you choose somebody and then you make them choose you. And
Hmm.
then it's not like, it's not a sacred wala part. It's not that होता है ना beauty wala part. It
Yep.
turns into possession. So, and you cannot, you have no control over love ever. Like you cannot make somebody else choose you, right? So
Yeah.
that is always have been there. So like all you can do is like if you choose somebody, be happy with that and like have some faith ki like things are gonna be there and whatever you deserve is gonna come your way. But
Yeah.
instead of thinking ki I'm very lonely, just start figuring out ki how can I be happy by myself. Because if you're happy by yourself, तुम दूसरे बंदे को कम बीटी दोगे. Right?
Agreed.
And like so
Also.
one thing which I also always seek in a person, in a
Mm-hmm.
friend also, or a potential partner as well, is always ki are they sorted by themselves? Because I put a lot of work on me so
Correct.
that I could be sorted by myself. So like I do not want to like carry somebody else's burden,
Hmm.
right? Like they have to be, compatibility has to be there. And
Yeah.
will you find it? Will you not? That totally depends on, bro, the kind of energy that you are putting out in the world, because that really matters. The kind of, this self dialogue that you have with yourself. If you're thinking you are a lonely person, then you are turned into a lonely person. To
Yeah,
me,
man.
what really matters to me, a lot of people find me arrogant because, like I keep calling myself dope, bro. Yeah. But the thing is, my self
So
dialogue is like
important,
that.
man.
I'm the luckiest person on this planet. I'm the dopest guy on this planet. I'm amazing. I am like people, when they see me, they love me instantly. And that happens now. But I have been believing that for so long when like none of this was happening. So unless like, you change your mental dialogue, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get anywhere in your life.
It's like
And
fade
with the
it till you
mental
make
health
it.
wala part, yeah.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it. Like that
Fade
is
it.
how I did.
Fade
Like
it.
when what is
Fade it.
fade it?
Fade it till you make it. You know?
Fade it क्या होता है?
Like faith. Faith.
Faith it till you
Faith
make
it
it.
till you make
Okay.
it. Right now?
Faith it till you make it. Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah.
have to believe in that way.
Yeah.
And like because nobody else is gonna do that for you. Like you have to think you're dope, and you have to think that you deserve shit, and you have to think that like you deserve the best. Then only you can deserve the best. Otherwise, somebody might pity on you and be there for you for a couple of months, and then they realize, oh my god, this guy is fucked up, and then they're gonna leave you. Because
Yeah.
unless you feel you deserve somebody, you're never gonna deserve them.
Yeah, man. Also, man,
And
it's pretty fucked up how like people's idea of love is more about being loved than actually loving. Like I have
Actually
seen people
loving.
who
Yeah.
actually talk about love, no, who
Mhm.
look out to seek love are actually
Yeah.
just wanting it, then wanting to
Yeah.
give it. And until
Mhm.
you feel like again your cup, you're like there's a
Mhm.
cup of love within you. You need to
Yeah.
fill it for yourself. Only then you'll be
Mhm.
able to pour it. And I feel like two
Yeah.
people who just want to like give out love, pour love onto each other, are like two people
That
who
is beautiful.
actually gel and are good for
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah.
If you just keep on go out, try to seek love,
Yeah.
it won't come. And if you think it comes, it might not stay for long,
The
because
thing
that is a
is,
deluded idea.
yeah,
Yeah.
the other person also is coming out from this, like,
Yeah.
this lack of love wala part, because you're not going
Yeah,
to attract somebody overflowing with love, with that
exactly.
sense. And you are also lacking, so it is not love then, dude. Like in world
Yeah,
there are
man.
two things: either it's love or it's transaction. That is
Yeah.
every fucking where. And
Yeah.
like if you're doing transactions, then just do fucking transactions, don't name it love. But if you're,
Mm.
and people call any fucking thing, like होता है ना अपने insecurities, अपना मतलब होता है ना वो वाला part, and just like blame it on love wala part.
Yeah, man,
So
that's
first
just
try to
funny.
be a good person, try to be a complete person, go to
Yeah.
therapy, figure out like what are the lacks that you have had through your
Mhm.
childhood and everything, and then you become like ना एक अच्छा सा person. And when you start becoming that na, so like then you start attracting beautiful people, like.
Yeah,
So
man.
right now, like I'm not in a state, like when I am looking at people, I meet a lot of like beautiful, amazing women, dude, like
Mm.
regularly. I just love meeting them and like chilling with them. Most
Mm.
of the time, it's like, the thing is ki start appreciating other person for who they are, dude. Like don't go
Exactly.
with the agenda that ki hota hai na. Like I went on a dates with a lot of people, but now they're just friends because I
Yeah.
appreciated them so much. I was like, bro, let's be friends because then nothing bad is gonna happen. And like hota na, you don't have to expect shit from me. I don't have to expect
Yeah.
shit from you, and we can still enjoy each other's company. And like
Yeah.
maybe when you're 50,
Yeah.
still we can enjoy each other's company. So that
Yeah.
is there. And love is something very वो वाला, dude. Like you might get to love once or twice in your life. Like you get to like truly love once. If you're really
Mm.
lucky, you might have that twice.
Mhm.
Otherwise, then like आगे चल के जब वो जाता है ना, so then it's just like turns into a transaction. Two healthy people meet, they start living together. The time you spend with each other, the more होता है ना, familiarity comes in, the more affection comes in. So that is also just science. But if like you find somebody on a soul level, that is like great. And to me, I'm never gonna settle unless it's magical, bro, because I'm pretty solid by myself. Like to me, I am gonna like stay alive. I'm prepared to die alone, right? Like I have prepared myself in a way that I'll be a happy, peaceful man, even if I don't have a partner. Now, if I
Beautiful,
get a
man.
partner,
Mm.
and I'm not looking for a partner. So whenever I go and meet people, they say like, why do you want to see me? I was like, मेरे को vibe आया मिलना चाहिए. I'm just meeting you. Like, what is your agenda? I don't have an agenda.
I have
What are
a
you looking for? I am not looking for anything. Just chill, baat karo, and figure out.
beautiful, man.
And
I
if
have two
somebody
cents on
resonates,
this.
somebody resonates. Yeah,
I have 2 cents on this. One is a quote,
yeah.
then I'll tell you like a excerpt that I wrote, that by the way I'll be using in my upcoming book that is to come soon.
Wow,
Yes.
excited. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a quote by someone I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
anonymous. Okay. So it
Mm-hmm.
goes like this. Love, he told me, love everything from the grass to the first person who walks by the street. Love it all. That's the
Yeah,
only thing that can make life not just bearable but beautiful. I mean,
absolutely,
like,
absolutely.
if
I
you're
read this
actually,
recently too.
yeah, like if you're actually going
Yeah,
out to find love, just love it, literally love everything that there is.
yeah, dude.
You will eventually, like,
Absolutely.
whatever has to stay will stay, whatever has to find your
Absolutely.
way will, but
Mm.
just love yourself and like every
Yeah,
freaking thing that you see,
yeah,
you
yeah.
will eventually
I
find.
feel promises are the biggest scam in the history, because when you're not aware that you're gonna be alive tomorrow, how the fuck you can say that, like, you're gonna be there forever for somebody?
Yeah.
So I never promise anything to anybody. It's like, if only way you can test my loyalty
Hmm.
about a partner is like when we are 60 and
Yeah.
she is on her deathbed and she has died and I was there for her. Till
Ah,
then, even I can get rid of somebody. Somebody can betray me when 2 days
mm,
before as well, right? So
mm,
with love also, like, so the person I love, it's always been like, do I love her? Yeah. Am I gonna love her like till the time I'm alive? Yes. And that's the end of the story. It's not about hota hai na, like possession is like just a cherry on top, bro. It's not gonna like, if you possess the person you love also, no, you're gonna have so many BTs.
agreed, agreed.
Yeah. But like, if you get to have that, that is lucky. But you should not berate the feeling of love, or like that just comes naturally to you with just possession, or like hota hai na, expectation. I think you have to keep it sacred. I try to keep my love very sacred. I've loved like multiple people in my life, and all
Yeah.
of them are like amazing people, amazing fucking people, amazing fucking people. I don't know how I landed them,
I feel
but
like Akshat,
yeah, like,
love also transcends, like, for example, you
yeah,
might have loved people in your past and now you love
yeah,
this another person. But like the
yeah,
love you had for the person in the first place before them,
yeah.
you just learn something out of it. And I think eventually,
It
I feel
shapes
like,
you a lot.
yeah, it shapes you in a way where I personally feel like I have loved many people like as friends in like
Yeah,
my life,
absolutely.
and
Same.
they are not there in my life anymore. But from
Correct.
the love that I had for them, I feel like
Mm.
now I love myself more than
Yes.
like how I used to love myself back then.
Yeah.
And I feel like the love I used to give has now, I have kept it
Yeah.
and it has just bloomed within me. And the people who are
Correct.
there
Correct.
in my life right now, it's like my cup is filled, the cup is filled, and now I'm able to love in a very healthy
Correct.
manner. It's very beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Now I'll
And
tell
mental
you
health.
that yes, mental health is also very important, guys. Love
इसका
carefully.
question है, one question he had ना,
Yeah. But
one
first
question he
I'll
had.
tell yes. But first I'll tell
Yeah.
you that
Yes.
excerpt, okay?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay. It's very small. So it goes like this. And they have millions of definitions for love. And yet, none of these
Mhm.
words could plausibly capture the love experience and felt by and between two people. Folks,
Mhm.
let me tell you about love in the simplest of ways I understand. Love is
Yeah.
kind, warm, and wholesome. It'll feel like the warmth you feel in the winter sun, or like the little cool breeze that touches your face in the summers and gets you going for come what may. Now,
Mhm.
remember, in the words of my favorite author, Khalid Hosseini, cruelty and benevolence
Wow.
are but the shades of the same color. Now, don't,
Absolutely. Yes.
yeah. Now, don't get me wrong. Love isn't meant to be cruel or harsh or invite you pain. It is the only aid that is going to ease the suffering called life. But
Mhm.
it is going to change you in ways you never could have imagined. It is going
Absolutely.
to make your almost amazing days turn to not so amazing without your favorite person in it. And if you used to enjoy being alone earlier, love is going to
Mhm.
stretch the walls of your heart to find room for this another person to be alone with. And
Yeah.
love might not knock your door if you're going out seeking for it. But if you've learned to love yourself just enough, it might just walk straight into your life uninvited. And it might just be the best
Absolutely.
thing that you could have asked for. Then
Yeah.
love might enter your heart once and again. But I promise it's always going to be one of its kind. And so, no matter the
Mhm.
number of times love might have knocked your door, when it stays, it is going to be the first of its kind.
Yep.
Now, there's
Absolutely.
one more paragraph. It goes like, love might be prayed from a void, but it blesses you only when you learn to fill your heart with it and pour it on the people you love. Love is going to be many nouns and adjectives. It's going to be the yellow
Mhm.
umbrella for when it rains. Hello, all the
Yeah.
How I Met Your Mother fans. Yeah. Or the songs that they shared, which are now a part of your playlist, or just another game of chess. And the list might just keep going on. But most of all,
Mhm.
love is going to be the smiles, the tears, the laugh, and hope. Love is going to be
Mhm.
hope. They could be another you, and you could be another them. And maybe if you just do it right, you and them might just evaporate and dissolve. And the only thing that is left will be the love. So
Wow.
then this excerpt that I wrote.
Wow. I have something also. Can I share?
Yes, 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 please do.
So, my very young cousin asked me about like a love fall apart. So we had a conversation after that I wrote this. So this is from the perspective of a man, right? Like, because that's how I'm like loving a woman.
Okay.
So this is what I wrote. So the earth is a feminine body, and to deal with the feminine is the greatest art a man can learn,
Hmm.
because he will lose everything on the way. If you really go into love with a woman, right, it will strip you of everything you have and you're not going to like it. That is something which I feel. It's going to
Okay.
make a football out of you, and it's worth. It's absolutely worth, because
Hmm.
that's what women do. They take you home into enlightenment.
Hmm.
And it's not an easy job, because who wants to put his head down? Which man wants to put his head down? So most of the time when men are suffering, it's because of their like male ego, because love is a lot of surrender, dude. Like when you
Yeah.
trust somebody, and surrendering always peels a lot of things out of you. And nobody wants to do that. And everybody has relationship problems. But if you truly love somebody and like truly like, it's a road to enlightenment in my opinion, dude. Like if you can like truly love a person, because it's because then you have no option but to dissolve yourself and like be one with them in the end,
Yeah.
slowly and steadily. Yeah, like I'm intense with love. Like for me love is very 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 beautiful thing. And it's
Yeah.
like one sacred thing that is, i I feel I cannot ever settle on a compromise in
Hmm.
love. I can do that with my career, maybe, or like hota na ki, like I can compromise on these things, but I will never ever gonna settle for like just a wrong person because I'm getting older, or like hota na, there's like less people around me. I have fear of loneliness. Never.
Hmm. Nice, man.
And it's gonna take time. Yeah.
I feel like for a good relationship, like for you to make a good relationship, either both the people should be extremely healthy as individuals or
Mhm.
extremely toxic as individuals. So, like, equal
Yeah.
amount of toxicity
Uh,
or like equal amount of healthy. Like you need to match their,
yeah. Yeah.
that wave,
Absolutely.
yeah, mental wavelength at that point.
One and another thing that is very important is with love, like for relationship, if you want to date somebody, you go out and like screen people, right?
Yeah.
But to me love is something like a little bit sacred. Okay, so it's like it is going to happen to you and you'll know. You
Hmm.
cannot plan it out that way. You cannot like, even if it's even if the person is toxic, you don't know, like you can like stumble into that, and then like if you are aware, you
Figure it
can
out.
होता है ना कि you can figure it out together.
Hmm.
So,
Hmm.
but there, this intrinsic feeling that you get now, that is very important. That
Yeah.
soul connection kind of thing. And that does not happen with dating or anything like that. Like that is just like you're creating a connection with somebody. But when you actually love is a very heavy word,
Yeah,
according to
man.
me. Yeah. So, I don't know. Like that is so like if it's meant to happen, it will meant to happen, and that's when you'll know. And if it was never meant to happen, then also you'll know. But you'll know when you die that did you even loved? Like were
Yeah.
you in love?
Yeah.
Yeah. मजा
I
आएगा.
think, yeah,
है ना?
that's a nice place to wrap up this
Yeah.
podcast episode.
Yes.
Yeah. Nice talking to you, Akshat.
Interesting. Nice talking to you. I want to interview you once, like होता है ना full whole life story so that people can know.
Oh,
Yeah, like
we
like
should
from
do
like
that.
everything. Yeah, like from, but I will be interviewing you and you will be the one who will be answering everything.
Cool, cool. When are we
Right?
doing it? When
Cool,
are we
cool.
doing it?
Yeah. Soon, whenever.
I am
Next
fully
session.
ready.
Yeah, done.